Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm gonna be reviewing The Owl House Season 1 Episode 12, Adventures in the Elements. And I did episode 11 also today, so this is like a 2 episode special day because I wanted to get 11 and 12 done um um I'm gonna like post it on Friday. So next week I'm gonna do Amphibia, and then the week after I can do Amphibia, and I'll be done with the first half of season 1 of Amphibia. So in June I can get caught up with Big City Greens. Okay. so so episode 12, Adventures in the Elements. I'm gonna get to this snowy place like in a while. We're not here yet. We're at the Owl House, and it's Luce and King, and Luce is like excited and has this pamphlet that says Hexside trivia facts, and he's like, oh, I'm so excited to go to Hexside, and um and and then she mentions like, oh, I have a new crush, and her name is Education. Oh, okay. And she's so excited, and Ida opens the door, and then Ida's like, hey guys, do you know what day it is? And King's like, is it my birthday? And she's like, nope. And he's like, is it my birthday? And she's like, nope, it's human trash collecting day. Everyone get your pile. And King jumps in the pile. Ida grabs like the most of the pile, and Ida's like, Luce, um, get your hot trash before it becomes cold. He's like, you can have my cut. I don't care. Hey, Ida, did you know that Hexside was built on the rubble of their rival school? And I wish I can show it the picture, but that was like Principal Bump, and he still had the hat on when he was a kid, and it's like a very dark shading, very fiery in the background. Basically, they burned down the school or something. It's very destructive. I I think he was in like the bar track. Maybe it looks reddish, but I could be wrong. Just when I saw that picture, it looked like he was in the bar track, but I could be wrong. But anyway, so I guess Principal Bump um went to Hexside too before he became a principal, probably, which probably makes sense. Um, and he is like, yeah, like, like, I of course I know. I went there. It was the worst years of my life. And he's like, oh, you think these earrings will look good? And they're just hangers. And Lucy's like, oh, Amity, oh, Cramity, I forgot that. Um, oh wait, no, because she also, I forgot to mention, she said, I hope I'm in the same class with Willow, Gus, and maybe Amity. And then she said, oh, Amity, oh, Cramity, I gotta return my, I gotta go get my Good Witches Zora book from her. I'll see you guys later. So, and King has like this teddy bear. Yeah, my teddy bear. Okay. Um, Luce basically goes to find Amity, and he finds Amity in her like casual clothes. I think we've seen it before, but I don't know. But it looks pretty nice. And he's like, oh, Amity, Luce is in the house, and you see Edric and Emra again, and oh, hey, Luce, and she falls over, and Amity's like, Edric, Emra, stop bothering her, and say, hey, Luce, I'm sorry about them. They're just, you know, trying to make up. They've been extra protective of me because they're trying to protect over because of the library incident. Remember where Odabin came like to life and was a monster, tried to kill them, and like showed them in the book. So here's what I think happened. Amity obviously tells her parents everything. She probably told them Edric and Emra tried to post it her diary, and they're the reason why Luce like drew in that book, and reason Odabin almost killed them. So obviously the parents probably punished them, and it's like, you gotta make this up to Amity somehow. So that's probably why they're so protective, because like I said, blights are probably in the background, like in the shadows. Like first with, why are people like treating Willow so badly, even though she took control of the front of the school? Probably because the blight parents kept that hushed up. Why are the blight siblings so protective of Amity? Probably because the blight parents said, you got to make this up to her, or something bad is gonna happen or something. I don't know. This is like my speculation, but probably that's happening because they seem like real jerks and now they're like really protective. Yeah, probably something's going on. And but they seem pretty nice. So like and now I'm actually kind of thinking. I'm not sure if I said in the review, but kind of thinking about how they said that this is for her own good and they're really struggling with the diary. Now I'm kind of thinking maybe they kind of knew that Amity doesn't really want to be mean, and this is the way to like show that this is how you be mean to people, and we're gonna be meaner to you to show like kind of give you a taste of your own medicine to make her nice again. But obviously that's not gonna work. She's gonna go 10 times harder. So maybe that was like their plan or something. I don't know, but I don't know. This is my speculation, but and then is it you're just trying to make up for the librarian today, and then Edric is because Emma is like. Is it, oh, baby, we love you, baby sister, and they get out of here. And Edric's like, we still apologize every day. You see him being very protective. And it's like, oh, anyway, here's the book. And, Go Witches Zero on Volume 5. And says, so, what you think? It's like, oh, it was fine. And then, you're so fine, you drew yourself with Maligan and the Mysterious Soothsayer. I know I don't usually talk about things, like, on Twitter and Reddit and, like, stuff like that. But people have been saying that this person, which I assumed was guy, is like non-binary. So, because she kind of gets embarrassed and it kind of looks like Amity blushing like in the drawing. So I'm assuming that it was a guy, but people say it's non-binary. So gotta follow the people on Twitter, I guess. But and she like ripped it up with magic and say, oh, this is so great. We can have like a Good Witches Zero book club when we're classmates. And I was like, when we're what? And he's like, oh, surprise, I'm enrolling in Hexite. And she's like, oh, well, sorry, just, if you want to be in my class, you have to learn at least 2 spells. And, like, I know you have your light thing, do you have anything else? And then she said, like, like, but because you had to take, like, a placement exam. It's like, 2 spells? Like, a placement exam? And like, Emra's like, lay off her mittens. And Edric's like, yeah, of course she knows 2 spells, like, right, Luce? And she lies, but, Luce is a liar. And he's like, of course I know 2 spells, And, said, like, oh, like, wait, what was it here? Edric and Emma said, like, oh, we're actually gonna be training together. Maybe like, we should we're training Amity, so maybe we should train together. I thought Luce would jump at this opportunity, but she doesn't. Which I thought was weird, but so it's at 95 right now, but I don't know. I thought it was weird. And basically it's like, I got this secret training with Ida. I gotta go do it now in the undisclosed location. Bye. And okay. And Ida is like, oh, what a lovely, like, was it morning, afternoon? When will it be disturbed? And she's like, Ida! And he's like, oh, there it is. And like, she's like, Ida, like, you need to teach me another spell, and right now. And he's like, nope, I'm busy cooking. Like, alright, like, everyone, like, and she pours, like, a potion, and like, alright, everyone in the pot. And she brought it to life, and they run away. Like, what do I always think that's gonna work? And Lucy's like, Ida, like, I had to, like, learn 2 spells, and I know light glyphs, but that's all I know. And he's like, whose fault is that? That's yours. Oh yeah, you got me there. And it's like, if I don't learn 2 spells, I'm gonna be put in the baby class. And how would the look of your apprentice look, being in the baby class? And she's like, oh, you're clever, using my pride to guilt trip me. Okay, I've been reading some books about the ancient witches, how you are doing their magic. So I've been doing some research on that, and we need to do magic boot camp. And this is like the beginning of the B plot. It's silly King B plot. It's like, oh, I'll be the leader of the boot camp. We'll rise at dawn. You do everything I say. I'll throw harsh words at you. And he is like, no. The King's gonna say how adorable you are. You're gonna be a distraction. And King's like, I'm not adorable. And then Lucy's like, oh, he stamped his little foot. And then this is like the triple gag. It's much funnier than the whole, oh, my life is over from the whole Lost in Language episode. He's like, oh, I'm not adorable. And he slams the door, it opens again. He slams the door, it opens again, and slams the door. Like, you can do the triple. He does it 3 times. Like, King, I gotta close that harder. You're not doing it right. And then he's like, well, anyway, Lou's like, okay, we need to go somewhere where you can focus. Like, yeah, somewhere where where the magic just flows. Like, yeah, somewhere it kind of transitions into their snow clothes. Somewhere like the knee, and Lou's like, yeah, and it's like the knee of the big creature that they're on, the skeleton, and it's like, oh, this is where like the ancient witches, like where like they would practice their magic and stuff, and like this is where like magic is very efficient, and where it flows is very natural environment, and where even the most mythical or mystical beast, and he's like, and that's the Slither beast, and don't worry, if you don't mess with him, he won't mess with you. And then she tries to blow raspberries, and the Slither beast looks at her, and she's like, yeah, don't mess with it. And basically, Elu's like, oh, this is perfect. I'm gonna learn a second spell. I'm gonna be sitting in class with Amity, and the third thing is we're completely alone. And then a purple fire spell comes nearby, and Ida, obviously protecting Lu, says like, she puts her staff up, like, who is it? And or like, it kind of looks like she's gonna say who is it, like, and puts her staff up, and Amity's like, sorry, sorry, whoever's over there. And Edric and Emma is also there too, and Amity. Not Amity. Luce is like, oh, forget a second spell, just make me disappear. And he's like, well, okay, but what did you say? I have a 60-40 chance of making it reappear. Oh, you meant that. Oh, okay. And then Edric and Emma's like, Luce, like, come over here, say hi. And then it's like, and it's like, oh, who would it? Oh, be cool. Like, if you haven't, if they think I haven't learned the second spell, they're gonna think I belong in the baby class. What's that about the baby class? He's like, oh, only that's for babies. And Luce is clearly not a baby. Yep, nailed it. And then she's like, Amity, and she like slips and falls. And what are you doing here? And it's like, I'm trying to best Edric and Emma on their scores, with like fire magic. And oh man, you're never gonna reach there, but you're trying. And it's like, oh, anyway, like, what are you doing? And he's like, well, I'm gonna be learning some incredible spells. And Ida has this basket full of snow, like, Luce. Your first lesson is to eat the snow. To taste different types of snows. They like eat the snow, and Emma's like, is this some sort of different type of magic? And she has like 12 snowballs in her mouth, and she's like, oh, brain freeze. And then Emmy's like, come on, guys, I guess the owl lady doesn't want to show her like powerful spells. And Edric tries to try one of it, and maybe it might work. And Emma just slaps it out of his hand, like, aw. And then like basically what happens next? He said like, you are gonna, everything's gonna be great, and like, you just need to focus and control like your environment, and you're gonna be doing spells like that. And Amity has like this training wand in this book, Magical 101, and she does like a fire spell and kind of destroys a tree, and you can be doing naturally, not out of like a dinky training wand, like whacked out training wand. It's gonna be like the real thing. To the B plot, where we get some backstory with King. True or not true, I don't know. But he's like this is ludicrous. This is ludicrous. I once led armies. I can lead a dang boot camp. I all I need is like subjects. All I need is like recruits, soldiers. And you see the vegetables throw like Ida's pots and knives and stuff. Like, hooray! And he's like, oh, I got a great idea. Okay, back to the A plot. Basically, Ida's like, I forgot to mention, like, Ida's like, the second, because, she said, you want to learn a second spell, and she's like, wait, no, sorry, she doesn't say that, yeah, but it's like, you had to smell the moss, and then, you see, in the trailer, like, you saw Ida sipping her tea, and Lucy's like, okay, I sorted out the twigs. I measured every rock, and identified the different types of snow, and I found your glove and your hand. Oh, that's where that went. And you see, what I was saying, Edric and Amara are helping Amity practice her magic, and Amity waves, and Edric kind of sinks her into snow, and Lucy's laughing. It's like, hey, look, I know my methods seem unorthodox, but this is what wild magic's all about. Getting connection with nature, And Lucy doesn't kind of get that yet. I don't know. I felt that was kind of weird. Also, 90 right now, but he's like, you want to learn this second spell? With all my heart. And he's like, well, you have to learn from the island. And then she's like, look. And you see the wind blowing in her earmuffs. And I like this line for Ida.
Think about what the island is trying to tell you.
He's like, you just let's sit here and think about what the island is trying to tell you. And she's like, breathe, and you can do this. Just focus. Then she does this weird hand puppet thing. You ever heard hand puppets? I found this kind of weird. I don't know what this is. 85 right now. I don't know. It's like, oh, focus how you can beat a baby. That's like no, face, you're never gonna learn the second spell with Ida's lessons. Silence hands, and you see Amity with the training wand. I like her outfit, and everybody said Lucy and Ida's outfits look nice, but look at Amity. She looked pretty nice. And she blew up a pillar or something, or a tree. And then he's like, Amity, dinner's ready. And she puts her magic 101 in her wand there. It has a battery. And she's like, if I'm gonna learn magic being in the same class as Amity, I need to learn magic like Amity. And he's like, oh, good idea, Lucy. I don't need your validation. And then you have King, being King. And he's like, I'm a demon for all seasons. It's just a little magic goop, and then King's like, oh yes, my loyal recruits. Oh, you got a bun hanging off, you got drool everywhere. You have some cross stitching, pathetic. But I will mold you worms into slightly less worms. And the first mission, go get snacks. And I kind of like this line right here.
Dog snacks are that way. You better shape up, recruit. You're in my boot camp now.
Kind of got scary right eyes. Oh, okay. It's you better shape up, recruit. You're in my boot camp now. Oh, okay. And then I kind of like they're 10 over here. And Edric's like no, if we're not gonna eat it, I want to keep it as a pet. And Amara's like, come back before that thing bites you. And Amity chases after them, and you see Luce gonna go steal Amity's wand. Isn't that great? But we know she's stole things before, so this isn't surprising. I also wanted to point out something. I maybe I'm imagining it, but I'm probably not. It was from a long time ago, the Intruder episode, where the door, you see that the creature thing that probably cursed Ida. Is oh, you're the one to curse me. That door kind of had a star symbol, and Blight Manor has a star on it also, and also on these two bags. So I'm wondering, do they have a connection with the curse? Probably. I don't know. I'm just assuming because I see stars here. I saw the star on the door, the star on the stained glass window, on the Blight Manor. So oh, are they connected with something? And Lucy's like, oh, her edging has improved the magic star beam, and it says do not steal. I kind of like her signature. It's an egg with a bead together, and it's a do not steal. Well, at least Lucy's not stealing the picture, and basically she's learning magic, and she does a spell circle, and she doesn't really do magic. She's doing magic, but kind of she does a fire spell. And look at the island right here with all the snow and everything in the nighttime. It looks pretty cool. And oh, I did magic. This is so cool. And Ida's like, what are you doing? You're so busted. And like, what are you doing with that thing? And say, I'm learning magic. What would you have me do? Like lick a rock, eat more snow, and then you get this line from Ida.
So maybe my methods are unique, but so is your magic. Connecting to the island can help you. That wand can't.
Ida makes a point here. It's like, Luce, I know my my lessons. My lessons seem weird. Unique. Like I know my lessons seem unique, but so is your magic. Connecting with the island can help you. That wand can't. And Lucy's like, well, Ada Ray help me. Look at the things I can do. And is run out of battery and makes this big fireball thing and went over to the forest, scared all the birds. And then I was like, and then here's the Slither Beast, and it's like eyes turn into gums. It's really weird. And then it kind of basically hurt it, and like she messed with it, and she's like, you angered the Slither Beast. Like and he's like, you angered the Slither Beast, and he's like, oh, can it accept a heartfelt apology? And it notices it notices Luce's like the burnt out kind of represents like the burning of him, so he knows that, oh, she's the one who hurt me, I'm gonna attack her. It was weird how kind of Ida didn't like, I know she said that if you don't mess with it, it won't mess with you. So I understand like why she didn't attack it like beforehand in the episode, because like it's not like a threat to you. But Luce like attacked this thing, so it's probably gonna attack her at some point. But she sort of like lingers and then is about to attack Luce, and she pushes Luce out of the way to like save her, and she gets captured. That was an accident. Sorry. I guess you hear what a Slither Beast sounds like now. Whew. Sorry, that freaked me out. But basically, so I thought it was kind of weird. So what score is it at now? Let's see. Luce not wanting to train with Edric, Emra, and Amity. 95. Not being patient. 90. 85. Is that an 85, right? I'm just trying to make sure. Yeah, Edith kind of lingered for a while. Is that an 85? I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, the puppets thing. The puppets. So 80. And he's like, oh, Luce, what's going on? And she's like, what are you doing with my wand in my book? And she's like, and she like takes it back. Look at this. She's like hurt, like, and it's the Mittens. We got bigger problems. And then Edric and Emra is like, oh, he's so cute. Can we keep him? Edric's like, oh, it's no bad, but I guess we can. And I, kind of did do like a spell circle, and they kind of made this construct of ropes to bring it down. And then and Edith's basically like, oh, you got it, like finish it off. And Emra's like on it, and she tries to do a fire spell, but it's like it ran out of battery. And it is like, do you use all of it? And Lucy's like, I didn't know. And it's like, Emra's like, come on, Luce, like do those powerful spells. Yeah, come on, Luce, help out. And Edric's like, yeah, use some powerful spells. And Lucy's like, I don't know any powerful spells. And then the Slither Beast like knocks over Edric and Emra and like captures them, and basically runs off. Now I'm gonna leave it like that, because that's the end of the clip. I mean, and basically they basically got captured, and back to the B plot where King is getting like snacks and stuff, and it's like it's like, oh, hey, no snacks for you. And then he gets red eyes kind of creepily and walks away into the nappy time, and then kind of convinced the other dolls to rebel against him. And it's like, oh, you're blocking my son. Oh no. Okay, back to A plot where And Lucy's like, what are we gonna do? And Amber's like, I'm going after them. You are gonna stay here. But Lucy's like, but the monster has Ida. And because of you, it also has my brother and sister. Just stay here. You'll only get hurt. And she does like a barrier for her. Like, and then, is it Amity? And she kind of gets shocked. And it's like, oh, stupid island. You're supposed to teach me. I'll never know more than this. And she does it like, a spell circle. She does like a light symbol, like light glyph, and it goes into the stars. And is that a light glyph? What does that mean? And and there's like a snowflake, and it's like a snow glyph, and it melts, and she does a glyph on the snow and makes like an ice glyph, and it's like, oh, that means magic is in the island. Magic is everywhere. And she does a big one. Magic is everywhere. And then she like goes out of the cage and like into the snow, and says like, I did it. Thank you, snow. Thank you, island. And it's like, oh, thank you, Ida. Oh, Ida. And then she is gonna go help, and back to the king B plot, where he's like, they throw him out the window. Is that, I gave you life, I can take it away. They throw knives at him. Oh no. And I forgot to mention, he didn't let Hootie join because he's like, oh no, you're way too desperate. And he's like, oh, Hootie, you can be in the boot camp now. First job, destroy the boot camp. And he's like, no. But you begged to join. Yeah, but you said it was too desperate. Now I'm playing hard to get. Ugh, fine, what do you want? I don't know, what are you offering? He has a chalk and gives him like a weird drawing of a body. Okay. It's like, oh, this is awesome. You got yourself a deal. And he starts attacking these dolls. Okay. And it's like, oh, this is going to live an end for me, or something like that. Back to the A plot where, let's see. Luce is kind of, I was going to complain about this, but Edith says something where it's like, oh, okay, I'm fine with it, I guess. Luce is going to be really silly. He's like, wait, no. It traps Ida and the twins in the scoop. And he's like, they put like a seasoning on them, and you're like, achoo, oh, I hate garlic. Okay, haha. And then you're like, oh, we're probably gonna be fine as these skeletons. Like, nope, we're gonna die. And then and Lucy, yeah, death is here. Nope, Lucy's here. And Edith's like, oh, what are you doing here, kid? Don't worry, because I'm gonna save you guys. Yeah. And I was like, Luce, why are you being so loud? But Ida kind of saves it by saying, oh, at least I get to see her optimism for one last time, but even before I die. So I guess that was kind of nice, where it's like, okay, Ida kind of appreciates Luce's optimism, like, in her life. Oh, okay, fine. All right, fine. And basically, and then Emily's making like a face, and like Luce does the same thing, and Luce like, hey, and he's like, well, what are you doing here? How do you get past the barrier? Oh, magic, literally. But never mind, because you and I need to work together to like save everyone. And basically, oh, I forgot to mention where this was supposed to be the episode where I wanted Luce to learn her third spell, not her second spell. So is that a 75 or not? I forgot to mention that, where I wanted her to learn the second spell in episode 8, but that never happened, and it's happening in this episode. I wanted this to be spell number 3, like, if it's going in order, but whatever, it's a 75. But basically, like, okay, you need to work together to save everyone. It's like, oh, hey, dumb, you big dummy, come over here. And he chases after Luce because he's got his feelings hurt. And Amity's like, he's like, oh, how am I supposed to get you out of here? And Emerald's like, use the fire spell. He's like, I can't do it with the wand. He's like, yes, you can. You just need to focus. He's like, okay. And she does it. I kind of liked how the circle was kind of shaking a little bit, kind of like she's not a master at it, but she just got it, and then she got the fire spell, and she's so happy. And Emerald's like, oh, that's awesome. I didn't think you could actually do it. And then she's like, melt the goop, and Emerald's like, Luce. And then like she made she outran the Slither Beast. I mean, she outran the Bat Queen, so I guess if you can do that, you can outrun anything. But she outruns the Slither Beast somehow, and then she was like, oh, I got you, and she made an ice pillar, and then it kind of launched it and went on its back, And he's like, hey, you want to see something cool, kids? Is he yep? And she puts a sleep spell because she knows that this thing's only like attacking only like the defensively, the kind of like where it got attacked to it's gonna attack you, not like I'm just gonna attack you because I want to attack you. So you didn't really want to really hurt this thing, so put a sleep spell on it, like just leave it alone. And then he's like, Ida, like, did you see me? I did my second spell. I made the connections. Yeah, I saw that. You know, nice job, kid. And really scruffs her hair, and then Edric and Emma's like, you know, that was some sweet fire magic sis. They're like, yeah, nice job. And then she does the same to Amity, but she doesn't like it. Like, ah. And he's like, I guess we're gonna be the same class now. And this is like a zero book club, a zero book club. And it's like, as long as it's a secret book club. And Amity's like, it's not a secret. We're gonna tell everyone. And Amity's like, oh, she got embarrassed basically. And then you like sneezes like, ugh, like your adorable banter is literally making me sick. Like, all right, let's go on and teach. And she makes I significantly launches them, and Emma's like, I think we can go the normal way. Basically, 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 sorry, I'm saying the same thing. They go back home, and I guess it's like a Vietnam War flashback reference where he's like, "Oh, Hootie, we devoured the enemies are, with blood and glory of friendship." And he's like, "Oh, it was an honor, Commander Hoot Hoot. Oh, this is like a big day, Private Hootie." And he's like, what the heck happened here? And King's like, excuse me, we're having a moment here. And Hootie's like, you never understand what we went through. Never, never. And King's like, ugh, moment ruined. And it's the final gag. My actions will haunt me for the rest of my life. Hoot Hoot. And an episode. Way better than episode 11. Yeah, it's a C+, 75. I definitely had some issues with Luz not focusing, the hand puppet thing, not wanting to train with Edric and Emma, which I thought was weird. The Ida not attacking the Slither Beast right away when Luz clearly attacked it, and it was probably gonna get her, and it kind of does. So that happened. I don't know. And also, I wanted this to be her third spell, not her second spell, but I'm glad this is her second spell. I'm trying to be grateful, but so yeah, 75 C+. And everyone, hopefully, I kind of extended of when I'm gonna take the break of the Owl House. I was gonna do like Amphibia this week, and I changed the Big City Greens, and then just changed it back to the Owl House. So I hope you liked this week being the Owl House also, because next week is gonna be Amphibia episodes 7 and 8. The week after is gonna be 9 and 10. Then I'll be finished with Amphibia season 1, like the first half of that. So awesome. Everyone, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, give me a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday for Amphibia season 1 episode 7 dating season. I believe that's what it's called. Bye.